Alright, y'all. I'm Kaylane, hitting you with Empire, I believe, is what I'm gonna do first. We got another driving video because I was so tired last night. I couldn't get back outside and do the review. And I was so tired this morning, that I couldn't... What is this in the road? I couldn't get back outside earlier than now to do the review. So this is gonna be an on the way to work review. Please excuse the steering wheel. But yeah, so Empire, we started off on Empire with Lucious's ponytail. And I'm like, so I thought Lucious's ponytail was going to be a guest star this season. Turns out that he has made it onto the main cast. I'm displeased, but you know, I gotta rock with it. So Lucious and his ponytail, this is a flashback. They're playing, you know, some song, and Giuliana is being seduced, I guess, by this song. She is, I guess you could say, seduced by this. I personally would not be seduced by these braids and this ponytail. But, you know, he looked like Kayla at 8 years old in the summer. I mean, from head to toe. Like, light skin, green eyes, them little braids. That's what I look like in the summer around the age of 8. You know, going swimming all the time. My mama just threw them braids in, and that was that. But anyway, Cookie comes by his office, and for some reason she feels the need to let him know that Angelo has been hinting at proposing to her. And I'm like, are you asking him if Angelo can have your hand in marriage? I just don't understand. It did not make sense to me. This is your ex-nigga. You claim to be so done with him and this, that, and the other, but you swinging by his office to let him know that you may be getting engaged to another man. I don't understand. But Lucious gives, you know, I'll fall back and all of that, and I'm just like, I doubt it. But he seemed to be sincere. He was like, you know, if this is what you want, I won't, you know, stop you or none of that. Y'all do your thing. So that was that, I guess. Let me see. In the midst of their conversation, they discuss Andre and Giuliana. And Cookie asked Lucious, why are you trying so hard to, you know, stop Andre, you know, his plan, his hustle? This is a dope idea, you know, the numbers look good, all of that. And Lucious goes into Giuliana is a very dangerous woman. And Cookie's just sitting there like, oh, okay, dangerous, what a shame. Like, if somebody told me that my son was in cahoots with a dangerous woman, I'd be calling my son like, so I know you grown and everything, that's cute, real cute, but your daddy said that the woman that you are in cahoots with is dangerous. Let's talk about that. Where's she from? Who's her mama? And who are her people? The Greens. I think I know some of the Greens. Are these the Greens from West Haven? Which Greens are these? Yeah, I know these Greens. I think I went to school with her auntie. Like, that's what my family would be doing. That's what I probably would do. If my baby daddy told me our son was, you know, in bed with a dangerous person, let's get to the root. But she's so worried about Angelo over there that she can't get to the root of her child. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, I guess. But let me see. Where am I? My notes keep skipping around. Not my notes, but when I turn my phone, it moves my notes. I don't, it's a lot going on. So they say they've selected Nessa as the headliner. We remember that. But they want Tori to write the songs for Nessa. And so they ask to meet Tori in the boardroom at Empire, and she shows up 2 hours late. And she shows up mildly unlikable. You know, she shows up and they're like, you 2 hours late? She was like, oh shoot, I meant to make it 3. Dang. And they have literally a 2-minute conversation. Giuliana steps in and she's like, hey, I'm Giuliana. The girls call me Juicy. And she's like, well, I'm not your friend. So, and she says, we want you to write a song for Nessa to be the headliner over at, you know, the new Empire Club in Vegas, whatever. And she's like, Lucious has me under lock and key. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Andre steps in and is trying to, you know, interrupt grown women's business. And Giuliana turns around and is like, nigga, don't you ever in your natural nigga life interrupt me while I'm talking. Grown people are talking, shut your mouth. And when she does that, Tori is like, was it Juicy? Okay, girl, I think we can be friends. This is kind of cute. Let me give me a day or two. I'll see what I can come up with for you, girl. And so that happens, and then they meet. Wait, is this the moment they meet? Okay, yeah, so they coming out the courtroom. Lucious, Cookie are walking, out of the, I guess this is they're coming out of, Cookie asking Lucious if she can give her hand in marriage away. And then at the same time, Giuliana and Andre and Shine are coming out the boardroom from talking to, what's her name? Tori. And so while they are all coming out, they all run into each other. And Lucy is shook. Mama Lucifer with that ponytail, they are shooketh to the core. I wish this gigantic vehicle didn't pull out in front of me. That's on my nerves. But he has another flashback. I don't care. But because it's not important. These little flashbacks aren't important. We get to a more important one towards the end, but this right here is just him with his ponytail and all of that. It's not needed. But he sees her and he's visibly shook down boots. And he, they're talking, and she mentions that they met once, which, yeah, you only meet somebody one time, and then after that time, you're seeing them again. So, yeah, I've only met everybody I've ever met once. So, technically, she was right, but also it was incorrect. But, oh, God, this traffic. So, she says, hey, how you doing? And Lucifer, what's his name? Lucious is giving, shook down boots, and he said, Shine mentions... he mentions his husband, her husband. Whose husband was he? Raphael. They mention him, and Shine says, you knew Raphael in the past tense. Lucious catches, knew, and it shook like, oh, wait a minute, what you mean knew? What's going on with Is he dearly departed? May we have a moment of silence for our dear deceased Raphael? Like, he picks up on that immediately. And Cookie is giving I met you. I've seen you before. And Giuliana is like, maybe, yeah, it's possible. I don't know. I see a lot of, light-skinned girls or brown-skinned girls with the high arch eyebrow. I don't know. I'm not sure. And it's like, I remember a lot, but also I don't remember a lot. But I remember faces and names and that kind of thing generally, unless I just straight up don't care. Which is why I can't remember the names on a lot of these shows, because I really, truly just, in my heart, I don't care like that to learn your name. The point being, Cookie scheduled, her hair appointment, and she was done wrong by having to go somewhere else. When she looked upon that woman's face, I should have went on there. When she looked upon that woman's face, if it were me, I would have retained this girl's image in my mind. And when I saw her, I'd been like, oh, so you the one that took my hair appointment. I had to go down to Mary J. Blige's shop and get my hair done. And she did a wonderful job, but that's not where I booked my appointment. Like, that would have been me. But, they're giving I've seen you before, I know you, and da-da-da. And Lucious is giving just shook down boots. And Giuliana is giving, I'm here. I've arrived and I'm sickening, and that's just me. And I'm just like, it's okay. I like it. What else? Okay, so Angelo swoops over. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Jesus. I hate. I'm taking the long way so y'all can hear me, because if I get on the freeway, they're doing construction. It's a lot going on, and it's just... Anyway, though, Angelo swoops over to the studio with Jamal, and he pops his head in and asking, where a brother can get one of them Lucious t-shirts. And I'm just like, will you let Lucious go? Let it go. Let it go. I know you don't want to hear that because that's your ex-wife, but let it go. If y'all don't know, Tay Diggs was married to Idina Menzel, who sang Let It Go in Frozen, all of that. I'm sure y'all knew that, though. But, yeah, he pops in and he asks Jamal, not for Cookie's hand in marriage. You in a bad little spot, bro. There's a man on the side of the road asking for donation. I hate this little PT Cruiser in front of me. I really do. But, yeah, the man is in a place asking for donations where can't nobody stop. But okay. Okay, I like this lighting. I may just sit right here at the stoplight. Anyway, though, what am I talking about? He asks Jamal for, like, not for Cookie's hand in marriage, but, like, should he ask for Cookie's hand? It's like, if I were to ask, should I ask kind of conversation. And it's like, you're being very trepidatious. You're being timid. And she, in the words of MC Light, she needs a roughneck. Gotta have a roughneck. Like, you gonna have to... Oh, Jesus, this PT Cruiser is wearing me down. Oh, God, Jesus. Anyway. So, yeah. he asked, and Andre is like, you gonna have to buck up. My mama likes grand gestures and this, that, and the other, and she's just grandiose and all of that, and you gonna have to, you know, step up to that. And it's like, in my personal nigga opinion, my humblest of opinions, it feels like if he's not that type of person, putting on that type of behavior to get her to marry him is not wise. Because I feel like she's gonna, if you propose grand and then y'all married for 20 years and you don't never do nothing grand again, she's always gonna be like, well, he proposed, you know, and it was the bomb, horse and carriage, but then, you know, on our 3rd anniversary, he took me to Cracker Barrel and that was that. Like, you're gonna have to be who you are. But we gonna get back to Lucious, not Lucious. What is this? Cangelo? We'll get back to Cangelo in a little bit. But yeah, all in all, Jamal is like, yeah, I would love to have you as my stepfather. Okay, there's just too much going on. This man is skipping across the street, literally skipping, and I just can't. But we get to, is this when we get to dinner? Oh no, I think I skipped ahead about the meeting. But yeah, so when they were meeting, when Giuliana was meeting Cookie and Lucious and, you know, all of them, what Lucious said was that Raphael usually keeps her on a tight leash, and that's when they get into the woods and knew him and finding out that this man is dearly departed. We swoop over to Cookie, and she's bringing out a very healthy plate of plantains, and I'm sitting here like, who's from the islands? Cookie ain't Jamaican. Who is this? And then she goes on and says that she ordered extra plantains for Hakeem, and he's just like, all right, cool, thanks. And he is not feeling this new, you know, relationship with Cangelo. he don't like that, and he says he's too old to have a stepdaddy. Now, Hakeem, I agree. Because I am there right now. It's awkward. It's annoying. I mean, down boots. Annoying from the bottom of my heart. It's on my nerves. But you want your mama to be happy, so you gotta rock with it. And it's not like Hakeem is not like me. I live with my mama. Hakeem, you got a whole nother. You got a home. Go home. Just call your mama, FaceTime your mama, and then, you know, you don't have to be in his presence as much as the normal person would. Go on tour. Just be like, oh, I can't come by for dinner. I'm on, you know, pop-up tour. Like, do that. But whatever. Jamal tells Hakeem, as he always tells him, to grow up. Hakeem retorts, as he always retorts with, no, you grow up. And I'm like, if you aren't 4 years old, just a child. But yeah, so Andre and Jamal support Cookie. Andre supports Cookie, but then immediately wants her to support him. It's like, I'll support you, yeah, that's cute, but I'm gonna need you to support me on getting this casino thing together, and, you know, big bucks, all of that. And I'm like, you can't just support your mama just for the sake of supporting your mama. It's got to be, I'll support you, but in turn, you got to support me with this thing. I didn't care for it, but we all know Andre ain't right, so we let him slide. So let me see. Becky pops in while Shine and Lucious. Okay, so Lucious and Shine and Parch are having a conversation. They are discussing what may have happened to Raphael. And Lucious wants Shine to figure out where's the body? What happened with this man? And I'm like, why do you care? The witch is dead. You can't just be content with him being dead? But he's not. So he wants Shine to find out what happened, because we all know Shine was right there when the man died. But Thirsty is inquiring this information, and Thirsty does not have a way with words. So Shine is like, I'm really only letting you talk to me in this way as a courtesy to Lucious, but really I could punch you in your face. Just whenever if I get the notion, I will punch you in your face. And Parch, he seemed to be a little, like, not shook by it, but he kind of like bowed down in that moment. He was like, all right, let me stop. But Lucious was like, well, he's the eyes at the back of my head, and if he's asking you a question, it's because I'm asking you a question. And I'm like, all of this is boring. And then Becky pops up, and I'm just like, Becky, you should have quit like a year ago. Why are you still here? But she pops up and she's like, Tori's doing this thing. You got to come see Tori do this thing. And so they go to Tori's, studio session. She's recording the demo, and the demo sounds like, a complete and total like mastered record, because this is Empire and that's how these things go. And Becky is like, I could release this on Extreme or Swift Extreme. I don't know what the thing is called, but she's like, I could release it on that, but this is a song that they've, you know, commissioned for Nessa. And I'm just like, why are you helping Lucious after all that you've been through? Like, why? But we found out, or we saw that she's in, okay, sis, shut your mouth. We found out that she is in cahoots with Parched on this little ordeal, because she gave him like a little thumbs up in the moment. And again, I feel like Becky could have just quit and went somewhere else, but for the sake of her being on the show, we gonna keep Gabourey around just because we like to see her, but her character could have been gone. Anyway, they get to the studio and Lucious is giving very, oh my God, I cannot believe there is a soul song coming out of a white woman's throat. I'm just shook down boots. And I'm like, number one, this song is not soul in any way. That was not a soul song. And number two, excuse us, I had to put the time part. Number two is, you've never heard of Tina Marie in your whole life. You never heard JoJo's album. I implore you to go buy JoJo's last album because it was good. You've never heard a white woman sing soul in your life, just ever? Okay, Lucious. All right. But let me see. They steal the song and they put it on Extreme or Swift Stream, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm going to get back to that in a second because it was weird. The whole Swift Stream situation, it was a strange moment. But I'm going to get to that. Anika goes over and visits half-brother Tariq. And Baby Bella is over with Lucious. Anika, she's going in there and she looks scared. The thing is, though, if I were half-brother Tariq, I'd be like, what are you scared? And I mean, he did ask, but he didn't get to the bottom. He's stupid. He didn't get to the bottom of it because it's like, okay, you're scared, but you're scared. Who are you scared? I mean, and he asked, but it was not like, so you're not scared of Lucious, you're scared of me. Let's figure out why you're scared of me. Let's talk about whatever. Maybe they did because they woke up the next morning and she was like, oh my gosh, I stayed up all night talking to you and this was wonderful and I'm glad that we didn't, do it. And I'm just like, I don't care. Anyway, the point is though, they were speaking suggestively and Baby Bella was sitting there with Cookie and Lucious while they were listening to Anika speak sexually to Tariq. And I'm like, why are you exposing this brand new baby to her mama's whole activities? Why would you? That's so. I just didn't care for it. Take the baby somewhere else. Put this steering wheel. Take her elsewhere and do something else with this. I didn't like, where's Juanita? Juanita couldn't pick up the baby and do, whatever. The baby was so cute though. She was just the cutest little baby. So let me see. Half-brother Tariq mentions that he is suspended and that he is working on a case suspended. And Lucious is like, got him. Like, he going to jail now. Whatever. While they're listening to the Anika and her whole activities, Angelo calls, invites her to her house for dinner and says, it's very important. I need you to come home right now, just immediately. And with all of this, the average girl is thinking, oh, well, he's going to propose. All of that. I'm thinking, he's not going to propose. This man is a pussyfooter down boots. So she gets home and he's like, he's lighting candles. He's lighting candles and pouring wine and they, and he turns to her and holds her hands and gives will you, I'm looking at this car because it looked like it's about to try to hit the car in front of it. Sis, he gives will you come with me on, this particular talk show, this television show in the morning. And she's like, are you proposing that I go with you on the talk show on TV? Okay, yeah, I'll go. And I'm like, sis, use your listening skills. He didn't propose. And she's sad about it. And again, that was strange, but we'll get there in a second. Let me see. Before Cookie leaves, though, to go and be fake proposed to, she mentions that Lucious is a freako. And Lucious says that Cookie taught him all his freako activities. And I'm like, logistically, since you were the first and only man she had ever been with and you was living on the streets, it just doesn't make sense, in my mind, that Cookie would have taught you any freako activities coming out of her daddy's house and going to that private school. But the private school girls turn it. So I don't know. It's possible. Let me see. Shine calls Lucious to meet up at the office. So Cookie has left. Now Lucious is about to leave. So they leave the responsibility of listening to all this going on with half brother Tariq. They leave that on Parched. It's a mess. But yeah, Shine is like, I found out what happened to Raphael. You know, meet me at your office. This is too sensitive to talk about over the phone. And you know, Lucious is paranoid. So he's like, all right, well, we're not going to talk about it over the phone. He's like, meet me at your office. Lucious gets to the office, and Giuliana has a whole gun held up to this man's head. And he has another flashback because he just cannot control his brain right now. But I want to go ahead and go into that. I mean, I'm here already. It was automatically, it looked like a setup because when Shine called, there was somebody in the back seat. It looked like Parched as far as like hair and structure. But he says he's going to cut him in or something like that. And I'm like, oh, Lord, treachery. Treachery is afoot. I mean, we knew treachery was afoot, but more treachery. But whatever. So this is when Lucious pops down to his office and Giuliana is in there and she's got the gun up to his head and she goes into, you can always tell when I'm bored when I take that breath, but she goes into, I killed my husband for you, and you know, the white man on a scooter driving by. All right. I killed my husband for you, Lucious, and yada, yada, yada. And it took me 15 years to get out of that marriage. And the flashback is Lucious had a duffel bag full of $10 million that he was going to use to buy a casino and, you know, live happily ever after with Giuliana. And Giuliana played him because she looked like somebody that would play somebody. She set him up. They brought the duffel bag worth of $10 million into the function, and Raphael came out the back with his boys, gun on Lucious, and I'm like, Lucious, you supposed to be a thug. Where's your heat? Where are your dudes? But whatever, they took the money, and Lucious was like, all right, take the money, whatever, just give me my girl. And the girl was Giuliana, and Raphael was like, I won't be giving you your girl because this is my wife. Oh, I know her. We're not friends, but I know her. But yeah, so Giuliana played him, and it cut him, you know, to his core, and all of that, and it was just a mess. So we come back to present day, and she's like, I killed my husband for you. It took me 15 years to figure out how to get it. And I'm like, you know, me knowing the backstory of how Raphael died, it's like, it took you 15 years to shoot your husband in the head behind his back. Like, okay, hey, all right, sure, but whatever. And she goes into how he was a monster, da 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 da. Let's see. Another thing is, Lucious said that she never thought that never thought that he would feel this way again. And I'm assuming the again is since Cookie. And I'm like, but you didn't visit her in jail and you left her. So, I mean, you could still be in love with Cookie, but you decided to not be in love with her no more. It's ridiculous. But whatever. Let me see. And another thing is that Giuliana set him up and took $10 million from him. The $10 million that he was going to use to start a club and have just this new dope thing going on. And he ain't kill her. Bunky deserved better. Bunky was killed over his, you know, light gambling addiction and the money that he felt like he was owed. You shot this man smooth in his head and dump him in the river, but Giuliana's still pumping it around. She's tiptoeing down through the okay. All right. Logistics, Lee Daniels. Logistics. Let me see. She mentions how she can pay him back, you know, from the Vegas thing 15 years ago, which, I mean, he's made that money more times over than Giuliana can even think, but whatever, the principal, I guess. She's going to pay him back. He just needs to sign on with this Vegas deal. And it looks like he's falling for it. Let me see. Half brother Tariq and Anika are in the bed. They're cuddling, and she's got this wire on. And I'm just like, y'all didn't think this through at all. You send Anika over to do whole activities with a wire on her body. You couldn't have him one of those little Tyler Perry mics on her forehead, like something else. Because he's like trying to get frisky with her and touching on her, and she's like trying to conceal this wire that's on her body. Whose idea was this? It's stupid. Whatever though. So she Parch wakes up just in the nick of time. He wakes up and it's just all of a sudden he wakes up with a chicken bone in his mouth, and then he calls Sweetwater, and Sweetwater calls half brother Tariq just right in the nick of time. And you know, that gives Anika enough time to slip the wire off and go into the bathroom and, you know, pretend to be seductive. And I'm like, just 1 second ago, she was so uncomfortable with the idea of you touching her. And she was just like, oh, no, stop. And then she comes out with, you know, her whole back out and just, you know, her breasts covered and goes into the bathroom. And I'm like, Tariq, pick up on, come think, you neurons, fire faster. Let's be smarter than this. But Tariq can't because he's not smart. He's stupid. And I'm like, how did he make it onto the FBI team being an idiot. How? But he did it, and, you know, thank God for that, I guess. He had a little job. Let me see. We get over to, oh, this video is long. We get over to Anika. Not Anika, Jesus. What's her name? Not Nessa either. Hakeem and Tiana and Tori. And Hakeem is telling Tiana how, you know, this is just great. We're screwing over, you know, Andre and Nessa. And I'm like, Tiana, any logical woman would be annoyed with her boyfriend obsessing over, you know, somebody that he wanted to date. Like, any logical woman. But we found out very swiftly that Tiana's not a logical woman. So they introduced Tori's new song on Swift Extreme Fast Stream dial-up internet, and Tori starts singing, and, you know, she's giving very, you know, who shot you? Who not? I don't know the song. I've been listening to the Star soundtrack today, though. So that's what's in my head. But she's singing Down Boots, and while she's singing, Tiana with this hideous top knot, okay, it don't take all that. Tiana with this disgusting top knot tiptoes into the room, that, you know, the studio, the actual booth that she's singing in, and she's, you know, giving seductive bounce, and I'm like, what are you doing? What? Let me read my notes. I wrote, Tiana isn't annoyed by this obsession with Nessa immediately. What the hell is she doing? And let me count the question marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 question marks. What are you doing? Like, she, you know, is coming into the office, into the booth, and Tori, who been looking lesbian the whole time, you know, gives her the come hither. And Tiana is giving, you know, shimmy and body, and then she goes down and then she brings it back up, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on between the sheets in my home? Baby, please let me explain before you start to punch a cane. I'm about to have a fit. Oh, it's about to be some, like, what is going on? It was nuts. And it didn't make sense, and it still don't make sense. But this is just, you know, and I wrote in my notes, is Tiana out to the public? But I guess she is, because then that video of her and that other white woman leaked. So I guess she's out as by, you know, to the girls. And I'm just like, Tiana really loves some white bush. Like, she is a fan of white cat. Tiana is obsessed with white body. And I'm just like, white woman body. She loves a nigga, because, you know, she was dating, what's this man's name? Hakeem and Lil Romeo. But then when it comes to her women's, she has a proclivity for the white girl. And I'm just like, Tiana, baby, just because your hair is just a little slick does not mean that you deserve this. do something else. Receive African-American vagina in your life or something. But whatever. It's just, it came off as strange to me how she is just always going for the white girl. Anytime we got a white girl on the show, she probably dated Rhonda in the day. And it's just like, I don't know. But let me see. Jamal comes in, and he's giving overprotective big brother / father, and is trying to tell Tori, you can't be around these elements. You are in recovery. And Tori gets annoyed and pissed because she's a rock star, and that's what they do. And she storms off with, you know, some woman, and looks like she grabbed a bottle of liquor and stormed off with, you know, a white woman. And I'm like, you ain't gonna take Tiana with you after she put her heart out, you know, and let you know that she is willing and ready. You ain't gonna take her? A shame. But let me see. So Sweetwater told Half Brother Tariq to pop down to this location. Half Brother Tariq gets to the location and is giving you know, Detective Sweetwater, I'm here. Turns around, it's Lucious. Lucious is sitting in the chair, and he's like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. The FBI's on their way, because you ain't supposed to be working the case because you suspended, yada, yada, yada. But in the spirit of brotherhood, I got you this bag full of money to give you a fighting chance. You're going to have to run. Tariq takes the bag of money and runs. And I'm like, Tariq, would you not expect of your own brother to have a tracking device in the bag? This nigga is tracking you. You're so stupid. Tariq is an idiot. I mean, stupid down boots. I've never seen an FBI agent that dumb in my life. You just took the bag? Tariq, the bag is probably full of stolen money. Somebody probably robbed a bank on Lucious's behalf, filled the bag full of, you know, robbed bank money, and knowing Lucious, he got somebody that fits your description to rob the bank, fill the bag of robbed bank money, also put a tracker in the bag, gonna call the police and say the nigga that robbed your bank is Tariq, whatever his last name is, Walker, I guess, I don't know, and he's you know, at 2300 Jackson Street, go get him. Wait, Tariq, are you dumb? Are you stupid or are you dumb? He is so dumb. I can't be bothered. Oh, Jesus. So Cookie goes down to the function. Is it Grant Kelly? Whoever this man is goes down to his talk show with Angelo, and she's giving Hidden Figures tea. She looks exactly like she did. It's like when they recorded this episode, she was also recording Hidden Figures, and she left the Hidden Figures lot and came straight to the Empire lot and recorded that scene, and then went right back to it. Like, it was so Hidden Figures. Whatever though. So they're on the show, and the man asks if they have any plans to further their relationship, yada yada. And Angelo takes this moment to propose. He gives very Cookie, you make my heart sing, and will you marry me? And Cookie does not say yes. Cookie says, oh my God. And Angelo says, and puts the ring on her finger. And Cookie then is upset. They storm to the back after all of this, and apparently Cookie said something on their way to the back, because they opened the door, and Angelo was like, I don't understand why you're mad. And Cookie is like, I wanted you to do something original. I like grand gestures, but not a gesture. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's a wasp, but it's... Oh, God. Oh, I'm telling you, these wasps come for me daily. It's checking itself out in the mirror, but it's too close to me. But go away. I can't. It's gonna get hot in here. But she's giving very, I wanted you to do something, but I wanted you to do something original and from your own mind, and yada, yada, yada. And Angelo is like, I don't know what you want. He snatches off the microphone. It turns on because this is Lee Daniels' world. And then Cookie starts talking about how she kissed Lucious and it didn't really mean nothing, but she did. And she would be lying if she said she didn't still have feelings for him, and how she was trying to make up for, killing her daddy basically with Lucious's issue. The relationship with Lucious killed her father. And so she's trying to make up for that by dating Angelo, because her daddy wanted her to date a nigga that was like Angelo or whatever. And I'm just like, you could have said this so many times prior to this moment. You've been spending the whole episode preparing for Angelo to propose to you, and then when he does, you do this. And so I felt Angelo with that anger. I'm keeping my eye out for a wasp, because I just recently cracked this window over here, but the wasp was over here. But yeah, so you could have said all of this and done all of this. It just is unnecessary. But whatever. Let me hurry up and wrap this up. I'm trying to do another one, but I gotta be at work in like 30 minutes. I gotta be in the building in 30 minutes because I'm sitting out here. But yeah, so he was pissed, and Claire Huxtable starts running because they can hear all of this because he turned his mic back on. So she's running, and she gets to the green room and is like, your mic is on. But by this time, Angelo had admitted to fraud, perjury, all sorts of stuff. He was, I got freed out of jail. I got your probation fixed, and I murdered somebody, and all of that. I mean, he was going through just the gambit. I was selling, bootleg purses on the street for you, and like all of this was recorded. So this is gonna leak. It's gonna come out. That wasp disappeared. I'm keeping my eye peeled. But yeah, so he goes through all that, and then Claire Huxtable comes in and is like, yo, mic is on. And so he's even more frustrated. And something is musty, but it's not me. It's not me. I work by a bunch of restaurants, so I'm assuming it's this pizza restaurant over here. But I don't care for the smell. But so all of that, I did not know she had a baby. All of that going on, and Andre calls Cookie on the phone, and I'm thinking he's calling to say, girl, do you know y'all alive with this foolishness? But that's not what he calls to say. But she says she got to take the call. And Claire Huxtable is like, take it outside. And then she hypes Andre up, and she's like, we gonna get that bee. We gonna make the Lion family burn. They're all the devil, and they mess with the wrong clan. And it was just drama filled. So let me see. Eva Longoria is down at the function. She's the commissioner of casinos, I don't know. And she's flown in to look at this, and they having a, mock casino night and all of that. And Cookie comes in, and well, before that, Lucious lies and said this was all Giuliana's idea to Eva Longoria's character and all of that. And it was cute. It was whatever. And then Parch takes Eva Longoria off, and he got on this bright yellow suit, and I'm just like, this nigga. But Tori gets on stage, and she's singing the song that Lucious was playing at the beginning of the show, and it's a song that he wrote for Giuliana, and she's singing it. And Cookie comes in and hears Lucious say that he wrote it for Giuliana and sees them kiss, and She shook, but not shook enough, because on the preview, you know, it looks like she's going after Lucious heavy. And I'm like, stop. But whatever. What else? Lucy kicks Andre and Nessa out. And he's like, yeah, y'all won't be a part of this. So Andre's like, all right. Turns to Sean, is like, get your guns. We taking him out. And I'm like, tonight though? It's so sudden. It's, you know, he didn't even have time to prepare his last and final will and testaments and things. Let me see. Yeah, so that's basically it. They're gonna take Lucifer out. I mean, Lucious, dang. I'm hype about Lucifer because that's the show I watch and it's coming back. But yeah, Tori was giving Amy Winehouse teas, and that was basically it. Let me try to hurry up and get Greenleaf out the way before I have to go and work. Like, comment, subscribe. All the information's in the description box. All of that. And I'll see y'all. Peace.